Chapter 16, in which there is a hint of foreshadowing. I tried to apologize to Parker in the car, because I apologize for everything, even when it's not my fault. But she was mad, and the only thing she said was to take her to her aunt's apartment. I felt bad about upsetting her, but the longer I thought about the absurd situation she'd put me in, the more pissed off I became. It was obvious she only talked to me, only been nice to me, only kissed me, so I'd help her and that crazy old man get to Paris. I wondered what he'd promised her in return. We drove in silence, and I parked in front of the apartment complex, but before she could get out, I said, "Why didn't you ever talk to me before yesterday?" My fragile confidence would only let me talk to her or look at her, but not both at the same time, so I don't know how she reacted to my question. She didn't say anything, though, so I kept going. "I sat in front of you all year, and you've never said a word to me, but one day you need something and suddenly we're best friends? That's not... Right, whatever. It's just a coincidence you ignored me right up to the point that you needed my help." She frowned and said, It's complicated. Try me." Parker took a deep breath and said, "Okay. For starters, I've gone to 7 schools in the last 4 years. 7. And I've found it's easier not to make friends because I'll have to leave them anyway. And besides, they always find out about... About what? Nothing. Just nothing, okay?" I waited for Parker to get out of the car, but she didn't move. After a moment, she said, "It's not like I didn't want to talk to you. You seem like a nice guy, and you're cute, in a Harry Potter sort of way." It's hard to stay mad at someone when they say you're cute, albeit in the nerdiest way possible, but I tried. "Whatever," I said. "You thought if you kissed me, I'd throw away my future and help you smuggle an old man out of the country just because you're hot." I hadn't meant to call her hot, but I couldn't think of any way to pull the words out of the atmosphere and stuff them back into my stupid mouth, so we sat there in the silent car until I found the courage to glance over at her, and when I did, she flashed a mischievous grin. "What?" "I'm sorry," she said. "I haven't played fair, and one should always play fairly when one has the winning cards." "What are you talking about?" "Oscar Wilde said that," Parker said, and I shook my head in confusion. "The fake tears at McDonald's," she said. "That was wrong." "Wait, those were fake?" "Edwin Green, you don't have it in you to make me cry, but you're stronger than I thought." "Thanks," I said. "I guess." "I was never mad at you either," Parker said, "because you're going to help me take Garland to France." "I am?" I asked, and wondered if this was a Jedi mind trick. "Of course. You've got as much to gain from this trip as Garland." "I know," I said, and let out a sigh. "But my parents probably have some college savings plan I don't even know about. And even if they don't, there's always student loans or whatever." Parker spun toward me and grabbed my hand. "Not the stupid money. Haven't you even thought about what would happen if you help Garland find this woman?" "Yes, that's why I keep telling you both no over and over." "But you're only thinking of the negative repercussions." "Right, because those are the repercussions that lead to prison time." She smiled and squeezed my hand because she was 6 moves ahead and could see the checkmate. "Okay, Edwin Green, think about this sentence. A high school student helps a D-Day veteran escape from his nursing home and carries him to France to find the long-lost love of his life." I thought about it and said, "It sounds like the plot of a book I wouldn't read." "Sure," Parker said. "But what else?" "I don't know. It's a sweet story, I guess." "Not a sweet story. The sweetest story. And when people hear it, My mind got there just before she said it. You'll be famous. Instantly famous. The Today Show, Good Morning America, Jimmy Fallon, they'd all want to talk to you. Every talk show on every network would beg to hear this story because it's the feel-good story of the year, and you'd be the center of it. Parker let go of my hand and climbed out of the car, then leaned back in the open window. I hadn't thought about it that way. What would you do without me, Edwin Green? I'm going to think about it. I know you are, she said. Now hand me your phone. I did, and she programmed her number into my contacts. I won't be at school tomorrow. Big meeting down at the precinct. So call me tonight when you're willing to admit this is a terrific plan and you're lucky I let you be a part of it. Then she turned and walked away before I had a chance to say anything else. She did that a lot.